Hello friends, so today we are going to design this halftone portraits. So this is the result and the example that we will do the line tone, dot halftone, and this circular line. Okay, so let's take a look at the reference file. So this is the reference that we are going to design. This is a mobile version of website, and this project is from Behance. So this one it's a really good project. Anyway, now let's get started. So this is the starter, and we are going to design this imagery. Previously, let's prep it. Then the first thing that we open up the Lumi plugin as usual to find a portrait, and ideally I will go to the categories, and then there's a category called avatar. If you pay for Lumi, then you can use the tool to remove the background. So yeah, but I didn't pay for that, so let's use some other exploration. Let's put this one right here. We are going to need 3 patterns, so I'm going to need 3. And now about this girl. Next, let's find another one. Maybe this 2. So these are the 3 characters that we need. The next thing that we wanted to do is remove their background. So Figma is great. We have this tool right in this place, and it's pretty good. So remove the background. And same for this one. As you can see, the result is stunning. Then let's add a layer of the white. So it's FF, and then 100%, and move it down to the image layer. I'll do the same for each of them. Move it down. Let's open up the filters and effect, and then we are going to have grayscale, and save the imagery. And this one, to have this clean background, so the result is consistent. Even if you have messy background, that it won't affect the tone and the pattern. So that's why we need a clean background. I think let's export this to first. I think I export these 2 layers. Yeah, let's put it in the downloads. It was fine. And with this one, let's Command K, and I'll open Photopea. Basically, it's Photoshop in Figma. So if you can do things in Photoshop, you can do it right here. So we have this imagery coming in, and then we're gonna add an adjustment layer, levels to increase the contrast, and curves to bring down the highlights and soften the impact of the shadow and highlight, basically. The next thing, we're going to have a color fill that is white color, and this white color is going to be multiply Figma. So it basically just dissolve and ignore, but we will see it later. And we convert this to smart object because we are going to apply filter. So filter gallery basically is a cheat code. So let's click on the halftone pattern. So that this is dot, and I like to go with 3, and then yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, let's start with multiply. So here it is. And next thing we were going to do is add a threshold. So what I'm going to do is trying to make the dot be a bit smaller. So I think around, you can still see the dots in 46, but actually I think the effect that we're going to apply later is going to dismiss it. So let's go with 46, but this image a little bit bleach. So let's click on the level and then bring up the midtone. You can adjust this however you like. Essentially, I'm going to go with this one, and then select all this and convert into small object because we are going to apply another filters. So let's go with filter gallery, and then we are going to apply. First, we need to apply grand, a little bit more texture. Up to you, but I like it. The next layer, we click on this one, this icon, and then apply stamp effect. So you see those dots are just gone. Originally it's sort of right here, but stamp effect will smooth it out. And yeah, this is what I want. And we can export it. Export as JPEG, and then save. This blend 1. Let's go to this small object. And then for this imagery, I'm going to open and place I'm going to place this dude. So let's remove this one. So this dude is right here, and let's see if I could, let's transform this. Yes, okay. Then it looks good. And then for the filter gallery, we could change the pattern to line. So yeah, depends on how thick you want it to be. I think 3 is cool. Yes, and yeah, you could also adjust this and threshold and get to the way you want. The original one looks pretty good to me. Yeah, okay. Now you hit Command Save to save this small object. Then here will be updated. So as you can see, it looks right here, and the line is too visible. So I assume that this threshold needs to be a little bit lower. 43 looks nice, and level, if you want more, I think this looks okay. And we save again. This will be updated. So this will be the line one, and yeah, we're going to export. The next thing we are going to do is file, export, open and place, and we're going to choose this lady, and let's transform it to make it cover everything. Cool. Yeah, let's adjust the filter gallery and put the box circle. And so this is circle one, and adjust it if you need it. Then save. Then you can see it's right here. Of course, you can adjust make it a bit rough. If smooth, it will look like this. I think by default 4 is pretty nice, but I think this 3 looks good. Then let's export it. Now we are done, and I'm going to grab it from my download, and this one. Yep. Now we have different kind of file, and we're going to grab our starter right here. So the first thing that we could do is we have 2 ways to do this. So for our reference image, then we have this green background. So the color is, let's grab this color. We click onto this area that we need to use. Then we clear out the stroke and add the fill, and make the fill to be this color. And we are going to place this imagery onto this frame. So I'm copying it and then paste it right here. So yeah, huge, because we haven't clicked. And then we can start it to scale. And since this is Y, so we could use the blend mode using multiply. So as you can see, it's very similar already, but it's very bright. This is kind of soft. So we could adjust the opacity, maybe 40. So this 40 looks nice, and you could also change a little bit of placement. Yep, okay. This is the first choice that you could do. And another choice is that if your imagery is not black, then if you want this kind of like the foreground is a different color and the background is another color, you can use gradient map. So what I would do is that for this one, let's Command K, open gradient map. So essentially these are just 2 colors, black and white. So ignore this central stop here. No matter how many stops you have, you only got this color and this color. So you just change it as you like it. So we could start with this one, the black and yellow. So add to the canvas. And now what we are going to do is copy it. And then let's delete this one. We've already copied this imagery, and then we go to our frame and paste it. We don't need this, and that's it. And we could change the color to match the tone, and the overall color, it's just matching it. Okay, so that's how you do it in gradient map or using blend mode. So the third one, let's just go for an easy one. Okay, I'm going to just copy the fill and then paste it. Yes, I think the head is a bit too large. Let's see if we could adjust it. I think this looks much more balanced. Yeah, that's how you do it. Basically, it's a little bit cheaty using Photoshop in Figma. But yeah, if you already knew how to use Photoshop, that would be a very great advantage of you. If you can add a lot of texture to your design. And imagery and text is very important for a design aesthetic. So make sure your app and website is functional, but use your taste to make those design unique and uniquely yours. See you, bye.